Good morning, students. Today we will solve this problem. See the problem. In this problem, again we have to pass the journal entries including GST. Enter the following transactions in the books of Lakshmi Traders, assuming that all transactions have taken place in the state of Rajasthan. So this is again intra-state, that is within the state. Transactions will be there in this problem. Assume CGST at 9% and SGST at 9%. See the transactions 2018 March 5th. Purchase goods for rupees 5 lakhs from Chauhan Traders at 20% trade discount. So in this transaction we have to calculate 9% input CGST and 9% input SGST while passing the journal entry, and goods were purchased at 20% trade discount. So first we have to deduct 20% trade discount from rupees 5 lakhs. 10th March, sold goods to Pushkar Brothers for rupees 3,20,000. Here the entry is of sale, so we have to calculate output CGST and output SGST. 15th March, received from Pushkar Brothers a check for rupees 2 lakhs on account. Check is sent to the bank, means check is deposited into bank. Next, 18th, purchase furniture for rupees 50,000 and payment made by check. Furniture were purchased, so it is the entry of asset purchase. We have to calculate input CGST and input SGST on this entry at the rate of 9%. 20th March, advertisement charges of rupees 20,000 paid by check. Entry of expenses. 22nd March, sold goods for rupees 1 lakh and received a check for the same. Check is sent to the bank. Entry of sale. So we have to calculate output CGST and output SGST here, and the check is deposited into bank immediately on the same date. 25th March, commission of rupees 10,000 received in cash. Here this is the entry of income received. So again we have to calculate output CGST and output SGST, and the last entry output GST adjusted against input GST. Just like the last problem, we have to adjust output GST against input GST, and then remaining amount will be deposited with the government. Okay, so now let's see the solution, that is journal entries. In the books of Lakshmi Traders, see your problem. As I told you, you have to write the problem in your notebook and draw the journal, and one by one while watching the video you have to pass the journal entries in your notebook, so that it is necessary, so that you can understand it properly. It is necessary for better understanding. Only reading is not the way of studying accountancy, the subject of accountancy. Actual solving problems is very necessary. So write down the problem first in your notebook and then draw the journal, and one by one, by reading the transaction and watching this video, one by one pass the journal entries in your journal. Okay, now I am reading first entry. 5th March, purchase goods for rupees 5 lakhs from Chauhan Traders at 20% trade discount. As we have studied earlier, we have to deduct 20% trade discount from rupees 5 lakhs. 10% of rupees 5 lakhs means 50,000. It means 20% will be 1 lakh. After deducting 1 lakh from 5 lakhs, actual purchases amount will be 4 lakhs. Okay. So here see the entry. Purchases account is debited by rupees 4 lakhs. Now the rate of GST is 9%. So 9% of rupees 4 lakh is 36,000. So input CGST is 36,000, input SGST is 36,000. So the entry is purchases account debit 4 lakhs, input CGST account debit 36,000, input SGST account debit 36,000, to Chauhan traders account 4,72,000. It means total amount payable to Chauhan traders is 4,72,000. This is the example of credit transaction, as party's name is given and forecast words are not here. So we have debited purchases account and credited the creditors account to whom the amount is payable for purchase of goods. Understood? Now next entry of 10th March. See the entry: sold goods to Pushkar Brothers for rupees 3,20,000. This is the entry of sale. Party's name is given, so this is again a credit transaction, as for cash words are not included in the sentence. So the entry will be of sale. Pushkar Brothers account will be credited. Pushkar Brothers account will be debited, debit the receiver, and sales account will be credited. And in this, we have to calculate output CGST and output SGST at the rate of 9%. So Pushkar Brothers account is debited for the total amount, that is amount of sale plus output CGST plus output SGST. Understood? So sales is worth rupees 3,20,000 plus 9% of 3,20,000 is 28,800. So output CGST 28,800, output SGST 28,800, total amount 3,77,600. It means we have sold goods on credit to Pushkar Brothers, and amount receivable from Pushkar Brothers is 3,77,600 including CGST and SGST. Understood? Now the third entry of 15th March. Received from Pushkar Brothers a check for rupees 2 lakhs on account, and check is sent to the bank. It means Pushkar Brothers has given a part payment of rupees 2 lakhs to us. We have received check and we have deposited the check immediately into bank. So the entry is easy. Here no need of calculating GST. So on March 15, bank account debit 2 lakhs to Pushkar Brothers account 2 lakhs. Received payment by check. Okay. Now the next entry. March 18th. Purchased furniture for rupees 50,000 and payment made by check. Now again entry of purchase. This is the entry of cash purchase because we have purchased furniture and immediately payment made by check. So entry will be furniture account debit 50,000, input CGST account debit 4,500, that is 9% of rupees 50,000, input SGST account debit 4,500, and total amount paid for this furniture is 59,000, which is credited to bank account. Okay, so furniture is coming into our business and we are paying them total rupees 59,000 including GST. Now 20th March. Advertisement charges rupees 20,000 paid by check. So the entry will be advertisement expenses account debit all expenses and losses. This is the rule, rupees 20,000. Input CGST and input SGST will be 9% of 20,000. So 20,000 into 9% will be 1,800. So input CGST account debit 1,800. Input SGST account debit 1,800 to bank account. Total amount paid by us by check is 23,600 for advertisement expenses including GST, that is CGST and SGST. Okay, now the second transaction, that is of 22nd March. See the entry: sold goods for rupees 1 lakh and received a check for the same. Check is sent to the bank. This is a cash transaction. We have sold goods worth rupees 1 lakh, immediately received the payment by check, and we have deposited that check into bank. So on 22nd, entry will be bank account debit. Bank account is debited because this is a cash transaction. In credit transaction, we used to debit the customer's account. Okay. So bank account debit. Bank account is debited by rupees 1,18,000 because we have received rupees 1 lakh for our sale. That is we have sold goods for rupees 1 lakh and charged GST on that. 9% of 1 lakh is 9,000. So amount of sale is 1 lakh. Output CGST added 9,000. Output SGST added 9,000. Total amount 1,80,000. So we have received 1,80,000 in our bank because they have paid us the amount by check. To sales account 1 lakh, to output CGST account 9,000, to output SGST account 9,000. Okay. Now the next entry. Last two entries now. On 25th March, commission of rupees 10,000 received in cash. This is the example of income received. Okay. So we are receiving cash 10,000 of the original commission plus 9% CGST and 9% SGST. So 10,000 plus 900 plus 900, that is 11,800 were received by us. The entries as the amount is received in cash. Cash account is debited 11,800. To commission received account 10,000. To output CGST account 900. To output SGST account 900. Okay. Now the last entry of this problem. On 31st March, output GST adjusted against input GST. Now, just like the last problem, we have to prepare a working note here. For preparing working note, we have to calculate total input CGST and total input SGST. Okay. म्हणजे सगळ्या दिलेल्या एंट्रीजमधून इनपुट CGST जो आहे त्याची टोटल करायचे आणि इनपुट SGSTची पण टोटल करायचे. त्याचप्रमाणे टोटल आउटपुट CGST आणि टोटल आउटपुट SGSTची पण टोटल करायचे. लेट्स सी द एंट्रीज. इन फर्स्ट एंट्री इनपुट CGST 36,000, इनपुट SGST 36,000. So 36,000 plus in the entry of 18th March 4,500. So 36,000 plus 4,500 plus entry of advertisement expenses 1,800. So total amount is 42,300 of input CGST and input SGST. Now output CGST and output SGST. In second entry amount is 28,800 plus in entry of 22nd March 9,000 plus in the entry of 25th March 900. So 28,800 plus rupees 9,000 plus rupees 900, total amount is 38,700. Now they told us to adjust output GST against input GST. नेहमीच तसं करायचं असतं. आपण मागच्या प्रॉब्लेममध्ये बघितलेलं आहे. ज्यावेळेला आपण गुड्स परचेस करतो त्यावेळेला आपण इनपुट CGST आणि SGST पेड करतो आणि ज्यावेळेला आपण सेल करतो त्यावेळेला आपण कस्टमरकडून CGST म्हणजे GST, CGST आणि SGST वसूल करतो. ह्या अमाऊंट ज्या आहेत त्या एकमेकांच्या अगेन्स्ट ॲडजस्ट करायच्या असतात आणि जर एक्स्ट्रा अमाऊंट असेल तर ती गव्हर्नमेंटकडे पेड करायचे गव्हर्मेंटला ॲज अ टॅक्स. ओके, हिअर इनपुट CGST इज मोर दॅन आउटपुट GST. लक्षात येतं आहे, CGST आणि SGST इनपुट अमाऊंट्स ज्या आहेत, म्हणजे टोटल इनपुट GST इज मोर दॅन आउटपुट GST. सो देर इज नो टॅक्स लायबिलिटी. याचं कारण परचेस करताना आपण CGST SGST किंवा खर्च करताना, ॲसेट परचेस करताना, एखादे एक्सपेन्सेस पेड करताना किंवा गुड्स परचेस करताना, म्हणजे आपण ज्यावेळी पैसे खर्च करतो आहे अशा वेळेला आपण इनपुट CGST आणि SGST पेड करतो. म्हणजे आपण पेमेंट जास्त केलेलं आहे GSTचं आणि आपण रिसीव कस्टमरकडनं कमी केलेलं आहे. बरोबर आहे. सो इनपुट GST इज मोर अँड आउटपुट GST इज लेस. सो देर इज नो टॅक्स लायबिलिटी टू बी पेड टू द गव्हर्मेंट. जर आपल्याकडे एक्स्ट्रा GSTचे पैसे उरलेले असते, बरोबर आहे, तर आपण ते गव्हर्मेंटला पेड केले असते. तुमच्या लक्षात येतं आहे, आपण परचेस करताना, खर्च करताना जो GST पेड केला आहे तो जास्त आहे आणि आपण वसूल केलेला कस्टमरकडनं कमी आहे. बरोबर आहे. म्हणजे या ठिकाणी आपण जास्त टॅक्स पेड केला आहे. सो आता आपल्याला गव्हर्मेंटकडे पेड करण्याची टॅक्स लायबिलिटी काही असणार नाही. एक्सेस ऑफ इनपुट GST, आपण जास्त खर्च केला आहे GSTवर, म्हणजे टॅक्स जास्त भरला आहे, इज कॉल्ड इनपुट टॅक्स क्रेडिट. इट विल बी कॅरीड फॉरवर्ड अँड शोन ऑन द ॲसेट साईड ऑफ बॅलन्स शीट अँड विल बी ॲडजस्टेड इन द नेक्स्ट मंथ. बॅलन्स शीटच्या ॲसेट साईडला ते पैसे दिसतात, कारण ते पेएबल नसतात, ते रिसिवेबल असतात आणि ते नेक्स्ट मंथच्या GSTच्या कॅल्क्युलेशनमध्ये ॲडजस्ट केले जातात. ओके, सो इनपुट टॅक्स क्रेडिट in this problem is equal to input CGST minus output CGST, 42,300 minus 38,700, 3,600. Similarly, input SGST minus output SGST is equal to 3,600. So input tax credit in this problem is equal to 3,600 plus 3,600, 7,200, which will be carried forward and it will be shown on the asset side of the balance sheet and it will be adjusted with GST in the next month. Understood? In this way, we have to solve the problems of GST, that is intrastate transactions, the transactions within a one state. So solve this problem in your notebook now. Very interesting this is, and ask if there is any doubt. Okay, so that's all for today.